Welcome friends to Homemaking with Mima. If you're new here, my name is Wendy. I am sitting at the McDonald's parking lot and I will tell you why. So here I am in my local McDonald's parking lot and I wanted to just get a quick breakfast for myself, a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. Now, back in the day, they were like $2 something, I want to say. I don't even know how many years ago. I just looked it up. I actually got to the parking lot first and I'm like, I'm going to look up to see how much this is going to cost me. It's going to cost me a little over $7. Believe that one, for a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. So my answer to eating out for breakfast is an absolute no. I'm going to go home. All right, so I'm going to go home. Well, actually first, I'm going to run to Walmart. I'm going to get the items to make a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. And we'll see how much it costs per sandwich. Here we go. Friends, there's a reason why I am not buying the actual bacon at Walmart, because we have a half a pork down there and we got bacon with it. So I'm not going to go out and buy bacon when I already have it. However, if I were to truly make these, I would buy the cheapest bacon that they had. So I am going to look that up, and more than likely it's the greater value, because I've purchased it before in the past. I'm going to cook all of this up. This isn't equivalent to how much that is. But if I'm going to be cooking bacon, I'm going to cook them all. I'm going to cook those two up. And, but I will give the dollar amount of what it would be for the bacon included in the sandwiches as well. All right, friends, everything's ready to be assembled. So my advice is, if you're going to buy this large amount of biscuits, which, like I've said, these biscuits are by far the closest to the McDonald's biscuits, I would get an 18 count of eggs, okay? It's still going to be reasonable. Now you can put butter down, but I'm not going to, because that's just going to add extra calories. So what I'm going to do is, and I'm not even going to end up using a whole slice of this cheese, because I know they don't. So fold it in half and then half again. So you end up with 4 pieces. I would put a slice down on the top and the bottom. And here's the egg. Okay. And a good slice of bacon. We'll pull off that harder piece, okay? Now, if you're making your own, you can double up on the bacon. You can make more egg, a higher, taller egg, which I should have, but I didn't. But I'm okay with that. You can put more cheese on if you want. I'm gonna go with 1 piece of bacon, because that's pretty much what they give you. And they usually don't give you this much cheese, but I want this to stick together when you microwave it. All right, there we go. There is a homemade bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit for a lot cheaper than you can get at McDonald's. I hope I don't get red flagged for this. But I was angry this morning, okay? I just was. I was not angry. I was disappointed. I was just very disappointed. All right, I'm just going to keep making these. And I'm going to make one. I've got extra little egg right here. I'm going to make one and microwave it and taste test it in front of you because why not? I'm going to wrap these up. I'm going to show you how I'm going to wrap them. I'm going to use napkin. Now you can use parchment paper, but you know what? I just struggle with parchment paper and doing sandwiches. I've done it before and it just didn't work for me. I'm going to get a good amount of saran wrap because these are going to go into the freezer. A few of them are. A few of them are going to go in the freezer. But anyway, I'm going to set this here. Try to wrap it up tight, the best that you can. Fold the ends under, and there you go. Now, you can microwave this. It has to be thawed completely in the refrigerator. I mean, you can do it frozen. I'm just not going to test to see how long it's going to take. You could do it 30-second intervals on your microwave. You do have to take the plastic wrap off. You don't have to take the napkin off. You can put this on a plate with the napkin wrapped around it. But you take the saran wrap off. Don't microwave the saran wrap. I'll do another one here quick. And then I'll get the rest of them wrapped up. I won't bore you by bringing you along for all of it. Make sure your sandwiches are how you want them. My table is clean, so you know. And even with the saran wrap and the paper towel that you use, it's still going to be cheaper buying it at the Golden Arches. I'm telling you, I was so brokenhearted. I'm like, seriously, I didn't want to have to cook. But you know, I'm not going to spend that kind of money either. Roll it up. Fold under. Fold under. Now these are going to tuck real nice inside of a gallon size bag or a quart bag, or if you reuse bread bags. I reuse bread bags, and I'm going to get a bread bag and store these in it. I only reuse the bread bags because I do wash them out. Maybe 2 times and then I throw it away. But I try to cut down on the plastic that I have to purchase. Not only, we won't even go down that road anyway. All right, I am going to finish this up. All right, friends. Now, this was not frozen, so it was pretty much microwaved from being thawed out. Let's go that route. Now it's really hot, so I'm gonna let it cool off because I don't want to get burned by the cheese. But it is plenty warm. I can feel it's plenty warm. The cheese is melty. I know you probably really can't see. I don't have you in close, but the cheese is melty. So about 30 seconds, all depending on your microwave. If you don't trust the 30 seconds, then go 10-second intervals if your microwave allows you. But I'm going to let this cool off, and I'll be right back to give it a taste test. All right, it's cooled off enough for me to taste. And again, it microwaved real nice. You can see the cheese. Just right away when you bite into it. These biscuits are really, really good. Now, can you use the canned biscuits? Yeah. But I just like these better. Very good. All right, that's my opinion. 100% pass. All right, friends, so here I am on my laptop, and I looked up the bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit from McDonald's, and this is pretty close to what they look like. I mean, I've purchased them in the past. They're usually smashed a little bit more than that, but then isn't everything when you go to the fast food restaurants that never looks like what the picture looks like? So I did my research, and I will share it in this video, but so this is McDonald's sandwich here. It costs them per sandwich to make. Now, I looked it up, and I'm going to share that information. Anywhere between 75 cents to $1 to make these sandwiches. So now I'm going to actually insert a photo of my sandwich. It's probably not as pretty as theirs, but semi-homemade, correct? So I did the math. And for the greater value biscuits, for the 18 count eggs, now I went with the full amount now to do the whole 20 biscuits. The cheese slices and the greater value bacon, I will put the numbers in here as well. It cost me 64 cents a piece to make these. So I think that's pretty darn good. All right, friends. So what I did was I asked my computer, how many bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits from McDonald's can I purchase with $12.80? And pretty much I can only get one with $4.81 left over. That is not enough to get another biscuit. And the reason why I asked, for the $12.80 is because that's how much it costs me. It would cost me to make homemade bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits with the items that I had just shown you. And I can get 20. So yeah, it's disheartening. But I just thought I'd break it all down for you. Here's a nice close-up of the sandwiches that I made. I made 8 of them for a lot less than what it would cost me for one at the Golden Arches. I want to thank you folks so much for being with me today. Now, granted, I wasn't very organized doing this. It was a whim. I was on a whim. And I brought you along with me, okay? I didn't bring you inside Walmart because really today must have been senior day or something up around my town because it was pretty packed in Walmart. So I didn't bring you along in there. However, I did go to all this at Walmart, except for the bacon, like I showed you. Again, thank you so much for hanging in there with me. If you folks like this kind of content, please subscribe to my channel, give the videos a thumbs up, hit that notification bell, and that's going to prompt you to new videos coming out. And I want you to make it a really great day.